Good evening everybody and welcome to the Scorpion Engine Ultra Beginner's Guide tutorial number 2. Tonight we're going to be looking at receiving commands from the gamepad and writing different stuff to the screen. So the prerequisite for this tutorial is you need to have completed tutorial number 1 where we write hello world to the screen. So if you haven't done that, go back and check it out. Links in the description below, and then we'll see you back here and we'll commence the tutorial. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is copy and paste our Hello World project to a new project. We're going to rename it to 02 input commands. And then we'll open it up. So I think I've already commented out the lines where we freeze the screen, so if they're still there, comment them out using the disable button on your code lines. So you've just got these 2 lines at the top enabled, and then we're going to change the message to waiting for input. Then just a little cosmetic adjustment. We'll go to our panels and we'll stretch out our talkpad, make it a bit wider so that it'll fit waiting for input on it, because that takes up a bit more room than Hello World. Okay, so at this point I want to point out that in order for this engine to do anything, you need a level loaded, which is a map. A map and a level are the same thing in this engine. So we're going to create a really basic map with just a black background, nothing on it, nothing special. Before you can create a map, you have to add a tile set. So we'll choose panel PNG, which is our blank image from our panel. We'll save that as a tile set. Now we're in a position where we can create a map, and we'll select the new tile set for our new map. So now we've got a map created, and we can go and load a level, which will put us in an infinite loop ready to receive commands from our joystick or controller or whatever. And that'll go at the top there, category level and load level. And then you select the level that we've just created, which is new map. Remember, map and level are the same thing. And at that point, when you run it, you should see waiting for input. You don't have to pause the screen. It's sitting there, it's running in an infinite loop, ready to wait for input. Okay, so at this point we're going to create a new code block, and we'll call it up pressed, and that's going to run when the up button is pressed. And similar to Hello World, it'll write a line of text to our panel. We'll get it to say up pressed. And then we'll make a copy of that. We'll call it up released and change the message to up released. You're probably wondering, why am I putting underscores in front of everything? Well, it's to make it easier to find in the list when you're choosing your events, which you'll see soon. They just appear at the top of the list. It's not compulsory, it's just an idea. So we've got our default event, which is the pause event, tied to the start button. We'll change it to the up button. On press, we'll change the event handler to up pressed. On release, we'll change it to up released. And then when we run that, we should see up pressed, up released when we tap the up button and release it, which is looking good. Then we can add another command, and we'll repeat the process. We'll call this one down press, down released, and we'll change the messages accordingly. We'll bind the events, and you'll see the same thing happening. So I just want to point out that you're not going to use these commands to control the player on the screen. When we get to that later, you find out that the player's got its own built-in control commands built into it. This is more for a menu type situation. Say you're in the intro of a game, you want to, at the bare minimum, you want to change the default pause behavior to starting the game, maybe going to the intro level, or maybe you're in the game over screen. You press the start button, you want to go back to the intro screen, that type of thing. If you delve into the project folder called Dialogue in your Scorpion Editor Demos folder, you'll see a more deep dive, in-depth exploration of that type of thing. But this is the Ultra Beginner's Guide, so I hope you've enjoyed watching, and we'll see you on the next one.